Humans have a lot of advantages over animals. We have languages, opposable thumbs, and most of us are a lot smarter than animals. Our eyeballs, as it turns out, are pretty boring. Many animals have eyes that let them see the world much differently than we do. So let's find out exactly how the animals of Earth view the world. Coming in, we have dogs. We humans have 3 different kinds of color detecting cells in our eyes. They're known as cones, whereas dogs only have 2 that are only capable of detecting yellow and blue to ultraviolet light. Each type of cone contains a pigment that is sensitive to a different wavelength of light, so the range of color that animals can see depends on what combination of pigments they have. And if you guys can't see the question mark in this image, then you have eyes like a dog, because they wouldn't be able to either. Many people believe that dogs see in black and white, but that isn't true. They're partially colorblind, but they can see some colors like light blue, dark yellow, light yellow, white, and dark blue. Pretty drab. Another weird thing about dogs' vision is that they can only see at 600 degrees what's in front of them, what humans can see at 140 degrees. If you put something really close to your eyes, it'll get all blurry. Well, dogs don't have that. Coming up next, we have geckos. Human cone cells need pretty bright light in order to function well, which is why we can't see colors that well in the dark. Luckily, we also have rod cells that help us see in low light, which has a single light-sensitive pigment. Unlike humans, geckos have great color vision even in the dark. The darkness doesn't look that dark to them, since their eyes are 350 times more sensitive to color in low light than ours. Next up, we have giant clams. As it turns out, giant clams not only have eyes, but have a few hundred eyes, about the size of pinholes, all along the edge of their bodies. Their eyes are shaped like a cup and have very narrow openings, and unlike your eyes, they don't have a lens. They're sensitive to 3 different colors of light, but they can't combine that information. This means that they see colorful but undefined images. Jumping spiders are like regular spiders, except worse, because they can quickly jump away from the newspaper you're trying to smash them with. And they have great vision, 8 eyes with which to detect potential prey. Their biggest pair of eyes faces forward and gives them high-resolution vision for seeing detail, and their other, smaller eyes toward the back of their head give them peripheral vision and motion detection. They can also see more colors than we can due to their special pigment, which are sensitive to ultraviolet light. Flies can see limited colors, but they have a very broad field of vision and see in a sort of mosaic effect. The reason flies can seemingly almost always escape from whatever you're trying to kill them with isn't because they're psychic, but because they literally see the world in slow motion. They're like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix, except all the time. The tiny fly, with its extremely fast metabolic rate, can easily react to and escape your fly swatting attempts. Cows seem like pretty boring animals, so you'd expect them to pretty much see the way we do. You'd be wrong. Most cows do see limited colors since they're red-green colorblind. They see mostly gray and black, but also shades of yellow and blue. They have what is known as panoramic vision, meaning that they can see in all directions without having to move their heads. Cows can see 300 degrees just by moving their eyeballs, which only leaves a small blind spot on the back of their heads. Good luck trying to sneak up on one of these guys. Vision is particularly important for birds since you don't want to hit something while you're 50 feet in the air. Unlike humans who have 3 color receptor cones, allowing us to see red, blue, and green, birds have 4 cones, so they can also see in the ultraviolet spectrum. That's pretty handy because the high phosphorus content in urine glows brightly, allowing birds like kestrels to track prey like voles by their urine trails. Impressively, birds can also rapidly change the shape of their eye lens, like a camera with both a macro lens and a zoom lens to focus on multiple things at once. Like birds, chameleons can see all colors that we do, plus ultraviolet light. The most interesting thing about their sight, though, is that chameleons' eyes move totally independently from one another. This means that a chameleon can keep an eye on 2 things at once, even if those things are in opposite directions, and can even focus their eyes at different levels at the same time, enabling them to view nearby objects and distant objects at the same level of focus simultaneously. Now that you know all these secrets of the animal kingdom, are you still content with your human eyes?